Things are actually getting worse for the Walt Disney Company and their upcoming Rachel Zegler Snow White film. The mainstream media is now turning against Disney as influencers realize if they're tethered to the House of Mouse, then they won't have any influence left for the audiences they're supposed to be influencing. But it gets even worse, folks. Dana Walden now in even more trouble as a whistleblower is ready to break big news on Disney. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we change hearts and minds with the truth, capital T. We love explaining entertainment, keeping you ahead of the culture curve. And folks, if you will indulge us for just a moment, right as we were preparing to release this video, we had to pause because breaking news is happening, and it's not part of the normal topic. We'll get to Snow White and Rachel Zegler in literally just a moment, but I do need to bring this to your attention because, again, it is breaking news at the time of this video's release. Maybe even delay. We might miss our time, but we have to bring this to your attention. Out of the leading report over on X, it says, breaking, ABC whistleblower allegedly will release an affidavit claiming the Harris campaign was given sample questions that were essentially the same questions that were given during the debate, as well as assurances that her opponent would be fact-checked and she would not. We're avoiding saying his name for algorithmic reasons. Folks, we want this video to be seen by as many people as possible. So, yeah, we've got huge news. Elon Musk getting, what would you say, boosting the signal of this one. And I've looked into it. It seems to be legit. And we could have massive news breaking against the Disney company. Folks, I'm not here to tell you what to choose or believe politically, one way or the other. Not at all. I'm here to tell you if one candidate was given all the questions and they were just labeled sample questions so that they could rehearse for days and then was given assurances, that's a huge problem. It's a huge problem for Disney because that's under Dana Walden. Dana Walden is expected to be the next CEO. And remember that the New York Times unveiled that Dana Walden was heavily involved, apparently, in taking out Bob Chapek and reinstating Bob Iger. And it very well may have been for political reasons. Is Dana Walden essentially a liaison for the far left in Disney? It's all very interesting. We're also getting this out of Reuters today, which may be intended to blunt criticisms towards Dana Walden. Disney TV chief Walden steers company to historic Emmy gains. This is by Don Chmielewski and Lisa Richwine, and it came out, well, today, very early today. And again, folks, this may be to blunt some of the criticism. It says the Emmy Awards, the highest honors in television, had evolved into an annual battle for bragging rights between two prestige TV powerhouses, HBO and Netflix. This year, Walt Disney is the company expected to land on top. Under the leadership of veteran television executive Dana Walden, Disney was propelled to frontrunner status by three of the most nominated series of the year, Shogun, The Bear, and Only Murders in the Building. Now, I know The Bear has some viewership. The others basically don't. This is all fluff. Nobody cares if nobody's watching. You can give all the little awards you want, but it looks to me like Hollywood is preparing to circle the wagons around Dana Walden. Now, Hollywood is not circling the wagons around Rachel Zegler and Snow White, and that might mean that if enough negativity towards what's happened occurs, you could see people running for the windows, jumping out and fleeing from this burning building that is Disney and Dana Walden. Disney may be in congressional crosshairs. Let me say it again, folks. If this turns out to be true, and this is why I do apologize that in a Snow White video, we had to bring this to you first. Disney could be under very serious congressional scrutiny, especially if one side wins over the other. If all this turns out to be true, this would be one of the biggest political scandals. It would represent Disney attempting to effectively alter an election. That's a big deal. And that could put Bob Iger and Dana Walden in major, major trouble. And I'm here to tell you, if it's true that all the questions were given to one candidate and not the other, and if it's true that one side was assured that there would be fact checks against the rules and that they would go only in the favor of the candidate they were speaking with, I don't believe that would ever have been done without consulting higher level executives at Disney. There's simply no way. And if you'd like to see just how bad things are going for Disney in terms of not being in line with the audience, they may have stopped being Doc Hopper for one day, but gosh darn it, they're still stuck with a poison apple, and that poison apple is the Snow White movie coming out. Take a look at this, folks. The trailer now at 1.2 million dislikes. So sorry, Disney, but we continue to check this thing. 90,000 likes, still not there, but 1.2 million, and we suspect 1.3 million on the way very soon. How bad is it? Well, it's so bad, in fact, that the mainstream media is now turning against poor little Rachel Zegler. And we're going to explain why. That's right. It's why you click this video, folks, and we're bringing it to you right now.
That headline.
Here we go, folks. We'll read it for you. Thousands of fans have been hating on Rachel Zegler's Snow White for getting the dwarfs too clean for her. Ryan Levy is the publisher of this one. These fans make some good points. This is what you have to pay attention to, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to tell you why. We're going to tell you why they're saying this, because they would never say it before. Well, except Ryan Levy, because Ryan Levy is total honesty. All right, it says down here, few upcoming kids' movies have sparked as much controversy as Disney's live-action remake of Snow White. The film has faced backlash from the start, beginning with the casting of Rachel Zegler as Snow White and escalating when fans saw the entirely CGI dwarfs. Now, thousands of viewers are voicing their frustration, I would say millions, over a significant shift in the relationship between the beloved Disney heroine, that's not a drug, YouTube, that's her role, and the seven dwarfs. In the original 1937 animated film, Snow White, Snow? Does she just go by Snow now? Okay. Snow cleaned the dwarf's house out of kindness. However, new clips suggest that in the remake, the dwarfs are cleaning while the fairy tale princess supervises. She is the forewoman, sparking heated debates among fans who feel this change undermines the heart of the classic story.
Oh, God.
In the original Disney classic, the fairest of them all stumbles upon the dwarf's cottage after fleeing from the evil queen. Upon finding the house in disarray, she assumes orphaned children live here and decides to tidy it up. However, based on the footage revealed so far in the upcoming live-action version, the princess's role seems to have shifted from the caretaker to more of a supervisor, leading some fans to accuse the remake of stripping away the character's compassion. Ex-users have been vocal about their displeasure. One widely shared post by @MyNerdyHome encapsulates those feelings. Snow White was led to the house because she needed a place to stay, but the reason she cleaned the house was because she thought orphan children lived there and felt bad they didn't have a mother, so she would clean the house and surprise them. To take this out and have the dwarfs clean their own house with Snow White not even helping is a tragedy. It deprives her of gentleness and caring aspect of her character.
Do you think that person really believed any of this?
Here's what I believe, Lou. I believe that the media is already twisting because they see this is going to be a flop and they cannot be on the opposing side of society anymore. They're going to have to take one for the team this time and say, Disney, we're sorry. We can't shill this one hard enough. We're giving it up, Disney. And it wouldn't surprise me, Lou, if Disney hasn't told some of these outlets, you know what? Okay, we can't make you shill this one.
I'm imagining a meme of Peter Dinklage frowning and saying, I don't do Windows.
That's perfect.
And as that really bothered him about this whole thing, right?
How refreshing is it, by the way, to see somebody report on this scene and finally reference the fact that she when she stumbles upon the cottage, she thinks it's the home of orphan children. Because everybody always misses that. Like when you watched when Drinker and Nerdrotic were on Piers Morgan this week, you had that guy that's always on there. He was like, why would she have to clean up after all these blokes? And I'm like, no, because she thought it was orphan children because she's nice and compassionate.
So meanwhile, the kids who do go see this movie with mommy are going to say, Mommy, do you mean if I don't clean my room, Snow White will show up?
if it's that Snow White, they'll clean that. They'll clean that room fast. But I think the media is preparing now. Listen, they were destroyed over Star Wars: The Acolyte. Think about how many of these influencers lost influence with their audiences because they were shilling heavy duty for Disney. Meanwhile, The Acolyte was wiping out their goodwill that they had. And then Star Wars Outlaws has done the same exact thing. Think about what they cost in cachet when they were out there telling you that Jonathan Majors was the next big celebrity and everybody should fall faint at his footsteps. And now, well, he's doing the tours out there hoping that he can sign some autographs for 50 cents. And that's for money, not for the rapper. I think that the media is preparing right now to give this one up. This is the sacrifice they've been assured it's okay to make in order to have good graces with their audiences. Folks, anybody disagree on the panel with that one?
Nope.
No.
All right, well, topic's over. We're moving on then. All right, Marvin, you play devil's advocate. Help me see, is there any way possible that people are still going to defend Snow White going into its March release?
Well, I would say never underestimate the power of fan blaming. And I think that, as much as Hollywood might be, they might not be able to resist the bait of so many people hating on a movie starring a Latina actress.
Hang on, Marvin. We've got inside footage of the shills preparing for the Snow White release.
Oh boy,
ready?
Spit take.
At least that's what I hear.
You know what, Marvin? You ruined it. You knew me too well.
At least that's what I hear.
Wait, what?
Let's go!
Jabba, right?
Oh no!
Sarlacc!
Star Wars Outlaws pre-order available now.
Guys, this is one of, if not my most anticipated game of the year. Anything that's got me going pew, 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 sign me up.
I gotta say, the concept of this is enough for me to go, I might even pre-order this.
Let me just tell you guys, something did go pew, pew, pew. It was the Ubisoft stock. Ubisoft is cratered right now. That was the video from this afternoon. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to avoid being put in this same situation with Snow White. I guarantee you're going to see them hedging their bets and playing this safe this time. They cannot be Star Wars outlawed again. Nolan, give me the counter position.
Oh, counter argument. Okay.
Go for it, Nolan. I'm giving you the impossible task.
Good things about this movie.
Tell me how
Rachel's
wonderful Zegler is. Go, Nolan.
She's cute. There's dwarves in it. Representation. Oh wait, no, there's CGI.
No, there's not. You lie. There's no dwarves in here. There's CGI.
Don't put me on the spot like that.
She's the leader that her father knew she could be.
Yes.
So when the media ditch this thing, it's DOA. It is DOA. That's where we are. That's where we shall be. Rachel Zegler, anathema to success at this point. Still searching for that box office.
She can't get a hit to save her life.
Nope.
That woman has never been in anything financially viable. Even the Hunger Games, even though it made money, is still far and away the lowest grossing Hunger Games movie of all time.
Well said. All
when
right.
you say even the Hunger Games, for God's sake, she was in a Spielberg movie and it crashed.
I know.
With
that
West
one
Side
lost
Story.
money. Hunger Games made money.
A hit Broadway classic, and it lost.
She's the anti-Midas. Anything she touches turns to a liquid goo. All right, folks, we've come to the end of a strange video. What a deal. What a day. To cover Snow White and have that ready to go, and that was our topic. But then we had the breaking news. So thank you for hanging with us. I don't know how this video will perform. I have no idea. We've never done one where everything was ready, including the thumbnail, including the title. Everything was ready to go out the door, and then, well, you have to cover it. You just have to. So I don't know how it'll perform. We'll see. Strange day. We hope that you enjoyed it. Folks, you can help us spread this far and wide by clicking the like button. Share, subscribe. Click it. Stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And, folks, remember, no matter what happens in the election, we want you to get out there and make the world a better place. Remember, you can keep learning. You can keep growing. And you, yes, you, can keep having fun.
All right, Bob, we need to make sure we got all your legal strategies figured out.
Well, Mr. Lawyer, I'm thinking this is probably a good idea considering everything we've been up to at the company.
First, we need to make sure that you understand that anything and everything you say will likely be used against you. You know, you're probably just gonna need to hire yourself a lawyer.
Wait, what?
Oh, and by the way, you should definitely double down on everything with the board and that whole proxy war thing. This place is losing money hand over fist, and that means that you can keep budgets lighter and management well paid.
You think I should go and double down on a proxy war with Nelson Peltz?
Oh, absolutely. Just make a trashy video promoting it. This is the company after all.
Done. That should work. Our investors have been totally ignorant and willing to throw us money regardless of what we do with it anyway. They totally have cause to sue us and for negligence and wasting money, but, they're pretty dumb.
Oh, they probably live in Florida. And Texas.